Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're getting caught up in some more Shonen Jump chapters today. Tax season is finally over, so I'm hoping I can finally relax and get around to being consistent with the videos on the channels again. So hopefully we'll get caught up on some read-throughs and things this weekend. In the meantime, got some Shonen Jump to catch up on. So we've got some Akane Banashi, Kaiju, and Spy Family to get around to. So a lot of good stuff heading your way. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does mean a lot. But without further ado, let us dive into it. Spy Family Mission 115 by Tetsuya Endo, with translation by Casey Lowe and lettering by Irina Mappa. So you see this van pulling up to this large-looking country estate. I feel like this guy is familiar. But we see this old man stepping out of the cars. He's been escorted up to the gate. And you have he's been expecting you. Your attendants can wait for you over there. He's like hell he's like, stop. They'd kill you. And you see the doors creak open. We're finally getting back to some Yor stuff again. Because I don't know if it was in the last video or I was just lamenting about this on Twitter. And then the other stuff I was talking about, it's been so long since we've had Yor garden stuff. I was hoping we get back to some of it soon. So I'm happy that it seems like the direction we're going. We see the head garden guy. It just also now just hit me that the thing is he has long white hair. Because the last time we saw when he's wearing that cap, I just thought he had these really long tassels or ears on the cap. That's what the white hair bit was, not his actual hair being that long. But he goes, a fine day to you, Director Wilker. I was like, whoa, magnificent room you got here. It's back in the 16th century, the Emperor had it built for his mother. It's big into the retro stuff, huh? It's to those of us in Garden, the present is no different from the past. And the director's mind if I smoke? It's very much so. I would remove the cigar along with your head. And he's Ch-. As he just hands him a wine bottle and glass. It's please sate yourself with wine instead. It's a lovely vintage. We grow the grapes right here in our garden. It's so how's business these days? It's we are not merchants who engage in commerce. It's I'm just making small talk. Did you see the news today? They say that seal Belle finally swam back to the ocean. I'm gonna miss the little guy. It's I see you're as chatty as ever. What brings you here today? And he opens up his briefcase and starts taking out some journals. It's most of these come from the Prime Minister. And you see the garden head just flipping through them with, how quickly we forget, am I right? I was under the impression we'd only just gotten out of a war. Yet day by day the pendulum is swinging back to the right. It's been tough for the Prime Minister. And he goes, the struggle for power does not interest me. It's that's so. This year's our biggest concern, about the trouble surrounding the upcoming East-West games. You a big sports fan? I'm partial to soccer myself. Garden's got enough members to field a soccer team, right? If only you could represent us on the field, you'd demolish the West. What a pity. And you see him just looking over it. So I assume this is various mission reports or requests that he's looking over. And he just slides that off to the side. And he picks up another one and goes, and this one? So that's from my own SSS Division 3. There's been a lot of poaching of midder and elk in recent years. Looks like the Border Patrol is in on the action, so... And he goes, well, take this one. And the director kind of just looks at him in surprise. And he goes, the entire Southwest was imperial land, Garden has pursued these vile dastards in the past, but our intelligence network was unable to identify the perpetrators. I'm grateful you've bought this to me. Remember, a portion of those forests are in the demilitarized zone between East and West. We don't want any sparks in that tinderbox, do we? Couldn't agree more. I'll leave the matter to you. And if you could peruse the rest, it'd make me a very happy public servant. And he goes, do not forget, we at Garden act in the service of the nation. We have no intentions of becoming the peons of some politician. And you see as Walker gets back in his car, is driving off, you have guys' loyalties to a dead empire. He's yeah, he's big into retro. Step on it, get me away from this awful place. And you see him as he heads outside to the balcony, just kind of stares out at the, I assume the garden thing where he first went to talk to Yor. He's like, oh my, how beautiful. What an unusual flower. And you see it's the door, and it was like McMahon was his name, director. It's like, I believe that's a northern valerian. Boil its roots into a tea and it'll help you sleep at night. He's like, ooh, Melinda said she's been having trouble sleeping. Maybe I should suggest that to her. And you see a viz as a little ladybug flops down on Yor's fingernail. And as she goes, hee hee hee, you see like a knife just flying at her. She goes, wow! And she like flicks the finger up and uses like her other two to like cinch the blade between them. He's like, hey, you could have killed it. It's like, do not enable noxious pest. And you see this androgynous looking, long-haired person walking. I assume this is another assassin. It's like, Hemlock, that ladybug was not of the noxious variety. It's like, it's nice to see you. What are you doing here? It's like, I'm reporting on the completion of my pruning task. And the two of you? I was like, here for a regular meeting with a shopkeeper. And Yor's like, I'm on my lunch break. It's like, I'm also here to report. Fucking Christ, really? And you see the short hair, like, I assume it's a kid. Is Yor's like, oh, Gimpy. Sorry, wrong page. Oh, Gimpy, you're here too. I was like, hello there. It's like, I've been here the whole time. Hello to you too. And Noxious is it Noxious? No, it's Hemlock. Thorn Princess, you haven't seemed to be working much lately. He's like, oh, I still am. And McMahon's like, we serve when the shopkeeper commands it. Perhaps recently he's had fewer tasks in general. And you see Hemlock kind of just gripping the cane tighter. You see McMahon's hand kind of also twitching. And Jeff, so everyone's here already. Shall we talk over tea in the gazebo? It goes, Hemlock, Gimpy, you've done fine work, thank you. This will be our next assignment. And Yor's like, we're protecting elk? It's like, we're eradicating poachers. Poaching has become a source of income for organized crime syndicates. They're also conducting business with the West. The poachers themselves are not especially skilled or well equipped, but they are numerous and we cannot dismiss the possibility that the Border Patrol will intervene on their behalf. You may also face danger from the rampaging Midrun elk themselves and from other carnivorous beasts of the forest. I suspect the pruning work will need to be divided over multiple missions. Let's have Matthew and Thorn Princess take on the first one. And just to be safe, I'd like you to bring another member for support. And you have Gimpy going, I think Thishel should be available. And you have Hemlock going, no, I will accompany them, shopkeeper. It's like, very well, please do so, Hemlock. Just promise me you won't accidentally harm the elk. They're divine beings, you know. It's like, I'll use the utmost care. And Matthew's like, this sounds like a one-day job, but I'll make arrangements at City Hall just in case. I assume... hold on, I'm going to finish this chapter and I'll go over thoughts. So that's a good idea. And Yor's like, we're going to the south? Oh dear, I hope there aren't any big swarms of bugs. So continue speaking such drivel in my presence and you'll be the first target I prune. And he's like, you know you're not supposed to fight each other, right? So I guess quick thoughts on the chapter. So like I said, I'm glad that we're finally getting around back to some garden and hopefully a Yor-centric arc again, because it has been far, far too long since we've had a focus on them. And so I'm hoping we get like a little bit more insight in like their organization, like what they stand for and things like that. Like the chapter did tease us a little bit with regards to that, where it's like, apparently Garden is like at one aspect of their mission, whatever it is like apparently to do with conservation. So I'm very curious what because I don't know if we've actually gotten the head director guy's name yet. The last time we met him, so I'm just going to call him the head director. But I'm very curious like what his whole deal is. Because given that he always like the whole like the dark skin, like the white hair and everything, I wonder if he is or was like his descendant from a potential like indigenous group to this area of where they are. Like, he's like, and like he's had like a whole history with this area, which might tie into like the reasons of why he's so like protective of its history and with conservation specifically. So I'm very curious to kind of get more of a backstory with regards to him. Apart from that, I do wonder if this is going to tie into Anya's whole thing about like, how she has like the whole, like the classical language, she has like a deep understanding of it. through something. So I wonder if this is how Garden is gonna like tie into some of the main story a little bit more. But yeah, apart from that, I'm very curious where this arc is going to go. Because again, like assassins, conservationists, not really, they don't really usually play in the same ballpark. So I'll be curious to kind of see where Endo's kind of going with that. With regards to the other assassins, I don't know. I feel like there's nothing super spectacular like that stands out about their designs. Like none of them jumped out at me where I'm like, oh damn, like I really love this design. I really love that one. You kind of got the tropes like, oh, there's like the wide-eyed, like, almost like, what's the word? Mannequin-like kill, like child assassin. And then you've got like, the whole obnoxious other one who's apparently got a rivalry with them. So I was like, I don't know. Like I wish they'd gone like a little bit more interesting or varied with the designs, but yeah, apart from that, I do like that they're all like named after like different kinds of plants. You have like hemlock. This, I'll have to look up if Gimpy's actually named after a kind of flower or something. Because when I looked it up right now, it's saying is a city and locality in Queensland, Australia. So I don't see anything about it related to. Oh no, there is. There's a Gimpy. Gimpy is commonly known in Australia as a stinging tree, stinging bush. So I assume that's why we've got like this little spiky hair design for him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a specific reason they chose an Australian plant specifically for his appearance, but yeah, because I know hemlock is supposed to be a very poisonous plant, like a poisonous herbaceous plant, so that makes sense with the whole assassins thing. I assume that's the whole deal with hemlock, is like uses poison for whatever his gimmick is. Oh, Gimpy's hair, I assume it's supposed to look like supposed to look like the like leaves and things on the top of the head. But yeah, apart from that, I find it hilarious that yours epithet is apparently Thorn Princess. I don't think there's a specific flower called Thorn Princess, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me look at that. Yeah, no, only the result that comes up is Thorn Princess. I can't think of what that would be based on. Apparently your Japanese name translates to Sleeping Beauty. No, it's just Thorn Princess. Interesting. Oh, okay, people pointing out it might be because Sleeping Beauty, because of the briars that were like enveloped Sleeping Beauty's castle after she fell asleep. But yeah. Apart from that, again, like I have another one with Thistle. So I'm also curious if when we're gonna meet the other members of things. So I want to look at how many total players are in a soccer team. So Standard Field has 11 players. So assuming that the director is also part of it, we've got 6 of them so far. So we've got another 5 potentially members of Garden we haven't seen yet. But yeah, apart from that, what I really want from this arc is I just really desperately want some your backstory. Because I think we do know, like way back when we got flashbacks to like the little glimpses of her past. I think we did like learn that she apparently went like foraging and stuff a lot in the wilderness, like to kind of survive to keep herself and Yuri fed. So I'm wondering if that's also going to play into this. We'll see like flashbacks, like memories of her having gone through like the forest in her area and like the different animals and things she ran into then. I do also wonder, because I wonder if they're going to have to drag Lloyd and Anya along with this, or they're going to have to make like a little family camping trip out to the wilderness, or if this is just going to be a completely Yor-centric without the other 2 forgers there. Honestly, I feel like I would prefer that. I'd prefer Yor just kind of get like a solo outing this time without the other 2. But we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, hopefully, like I just really want some Yor development in this arc, so hopefully we'll be eating good with that. So with all that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I kind of went off on a little tangent ramble there. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to get caught up on a lot of Shonen Jump stuff today, and then hopefully some read-throughs this weekend. So a lot to look forward to. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.